we are going to learn Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles, one of my favorite Christmas songs. And we're going to do it by sections. Each section is a little different, so this will be a more lengthy video, but I had to make it lengthy in order to get every single section in this video. Let's dive in and I'll show you the intro. Okay, so actually this is the intro and the outro. This is the little melody you hear in the beginning and end of the song. And it goes like this. So I went from the 5th fret high E string to the open high E string to the 2nd fret high E string. Again, that's 5, 0, 2, and I'm going to roll that first finger over to fret the B string 2nd fret. And that's it. It's just 4 notes. Now that the intro and outro is out of the way, by the way, the tab is on my Patreon guide that I made custom for you. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next kind of the big foundation. That is the time signature. The time signature is 6/8. So what that means is essentially it's got a swing kind of feel. Every single measure is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, with an emphasis on the 1 and the 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is what we consider one measure in 6/8 time that is in this song. So make sure you've got that. And if you want to embellish a little bit with a little up strum at the very end, that's totally cool too. You might see me doing a little bit of that, but the foundation, the core, is very, very important because there's a lot of changes. Make sure that you know it's 6 down strums basically for one measure. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into verse 1. So if you're paying attention, basically it's an A major for one measure. It's an A major 7 for one measure. That's open A, 2nd fret D, 1st fret G, 2nd fret B, open high E. Nice jazzy chord. Followed by 2 measures of an A7, also known as A dominant 7. That's an easy transition from the A major 7. It's just lifting your first finger. So you're flatting that G sharp here to a G. 2 measures of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the next chord is a D twice. Followed by a B7 twice. If you don't know B7, it's the 2nd fret A, 1st fret D, 2nd fret G, open B, 2nd fret high E. And then we've got ourselves the next line, which starts off just the same. A, and then it goes to a D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to an A for one measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got yourself your first bar chord, F sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's again going to be barring the 2nd fret, and you're going to grab the A string and D string of the 4th fret with your 3rd and 4th finger respectively. Followed by 2 measures of B7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to an E7 twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool little trick you can do there on the end. Instead of 2 E7s, you can do an E major followed by an E7 to kind of create a little movement. You can go just for fun, doesn't really matter either way. Okay, moving on. Verse 2, very, very similar to verse 1, but with a little change. I'm going to go ahead and play it top to bottom and then break it down as always. Okay, so it's all the same as verse 1. I'm not actually going to go ahead and break down everything in order to respect your time. It's just verse 1 until the very, very end. Let me go ahead and exactly show you where it goes a little bit off kilter. It's in the very, very last line, simply the last 4 chords. Okay, so whenever we get from that treacherous F sharp minor, that bar chord like we did in verse 1, we went to 2 B7s, 2 B7s, call it a day, right? Well, in verse 2, it's going to be F sharp minor for a measure, same as always. And then it's a B7 for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E7 for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A major for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To A7 for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which leads us right into the chorus, okay? That A7 almost kind of is part of the chorus. It's just amazing songwriting. Again, one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time for that reason. These guys were just top. So essentially, that is the difference. Kind of cool, right? Saved you a lot of time. There it is, verse 2. Go ahead and listen to it, play to the track, and again, get on my Patreon to see the actual guide as well. It's all there, all the chords, everything. All right, with that said, I digress. Let's get into the chorus. Okay, so that is the chorus. Really, really cool. You saw what I did at the end there, so that's going to be a fun little ad. Let's go ahead and dive in and break down what's going on in our first chorus. It's going to be D major for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Followed by D minor for 2 measures. That's open D, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret B, 1st fret of the high E. 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Followed by A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To E7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Followed by A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we start back from the top. D major again twice. D minor twice. And then B7 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's the fun part, E major. And I want you to go ahead and actually, mute that. And then as you mute it, set up your E augmented, which is that. That's going to be I'm actually muting or not playing the E and A. I'm playing with my 3rd finger, the D string 2nd fret. With my 1st finger, I'm playing the G string 1st fret. And with my 2nd finger, I'm playing the B string 1st fret. And then open high E. And you're going to arpeggiate that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's important that you get it. And you're going to hear this in the record, okay? So it's E. And then grab that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to mute that. You can let that ring. But it'll sound a little cleaner if you go. Kind of cool, right? Creates a little lift and then a nice tense chord, the E augmented. Okay, so that right there is going to lead us into the final verse, verse 3. Starts off the same. All the same. Here it gets crazy. Here we go. Strap in. And yeah, I'm into it again. Kind of cool, right? Okay, so that right there it's all going to be the same from the first half. It's going to be basically the A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A major 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to A dominant 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by D major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 2 measures, and then B7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the crazy zone. We're gonna go A for 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to C sharp 7. That's gonna be this chord right here. It's the 4th. I'm borrowing the 4th fret whilst muting the low E, sir. And then my 3rd finger will play the 6th fret D string. Pinky, my 4th finger, plays the B string 6th fret. It's imperative that you really get all those notes back here, you know, nice and firm here so you can hear those. Every note is really important on this to get it to sound right. Okay, so I encourage you to really take your time with that. And yes, that's tough. So work that back and forth a little bit. So C sharp 7 is going to be for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by your F sharp minor. You know, everything else from here is going to be half a measure until I say otherwise. Okay, so it's going to be an F sharp minor, 2, 3, and then F sharp minor over E. That sounds weird, I know, but just trust me. I'm basically opening up that E by moving my 1st finger out of the way. And you can always do this and just strum low. I know that sounds weird. It sounds a lot better like when the bass player is handling those notes, but I'm teaching it to you as if you're just playing it by yourself. So you'd go F sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sounds weird here, but listen to it all together. Right? So it kind of works. D will come next, just for a half measure, followed by B7 for a half measure, A for a half measure, back to F sharp minor for a half measure, to B7 for a half measure, to an E7 for a half measure, and then finally to an A for 1 full measure. We're back to normal mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then E augmented for a full measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have our solo section, which is very, very simple. It's essentially our verse. First half of the verse. Here's the solo section, or at least the background of the solo. If you guys want me to actually teach you the solo, the leads, comment below. Would love to. Just want to save time and just give you rhythm. Here is the backtrack, the background of the solo, which I would play if I was playing this by myself, for the record. So yeah, it's just A major 7, A dominant 7 twice, D twice, B7 twice. And it goes right into this outro / chorus thing. So let's go ahead and take over the final, let's tackle the final piece. Here it is, the outro chorus, last bit. Okay. So these guys were expert songwriters, and so therefore they kind of blended some things together. Conceptually, this will always help you to understand the structure and memorize it a little easier. So for that last bit, I actually misspoke. It's not a outro chorus. It's almost kind of an outro verse, because they essentially copy-paste the 3rd verse that we just learned, and they just kind of mix it up a little bit. In the first half, they give you a lead solo, and in the very, very end, they actually change it up a little bit to create a nice ending, if you will. Let's go ahead and break it down. Again, the solo just finished, and we got right into A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to C sharp 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bunch of half measures just as before, just as in verse 3, F sharp minor over E, D, B7, A, F sharp minor, B7, strum once. That's where things change up a little bit to an E dominant 7, strum once, and then the A. And then he's going to go a little extra here. They're going to do an A sus4 3 times, back to the A, followed by your little intro outro. If you guys were overwhelmed, I don't blame you. There's a lot going on, which is why I broke it down again in my Patreon guide. Go check it out there and have fun. See you in the next video.